How it do be, my fellow gamer words? Hope you're doing well, and today we are going to be talking about Illuminati once again. Because despite my first video being 40 minutes long, I wasn't able to fit in everything about Blair, so I figured I might as well make a second video on Blair to get everything out there when it comes to the bad stuff she's done. And because my first video did so well to the point where it was posted on Blair's subreddit, where people proceeded to call me an anti-vaxxer before they even watched the video.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Like, bruh, I didn't even bring up vaccinations. What the fuck? And also, I got both my vaccinations for the coffee, bitch! Now, before I talk about Blair, I have an announcement. For one, I have a Patreon now, and you guys can donate to that. Link is in the description. And also, I have a Discord server now, so if you want to join that, I will also have a link in the description. Anyways, with that out of the way, grab yourself some chips and Kool-Aid. And why don't you sit down with me as I hide from the internet historian's network of people, and let's just jump straight into this.
I have seen your fucking Twitter and the bullshit you've been spewing.
Now, when it comes to Blair's hit list, it isn't the type of hit list that the crazy kid at school would make that warrants a call from the police. This type of hit list is as described as by a former friend of Blair's, that being Nicholas DiOrio,
Including myself and my good friend Blair, the Illuminati, who made a video on this exact subject.
r/.
in the description of a now unlisted video on his channel, is an internet hit list of people not to trust. Now, the reason why this video is unlisted according to Nicholas DiOrio is because he doesn't want a video on his channel speaking positively of her on his channel, not because of the amount of dislikes this one accumulated. Oh Jesus, Nick, what the fuck? Why does this, oh geez, this was a fucking bad take, holy shit, that's a lot of dislikes. But yeah, it wasn't because of the amount of dislikes it had, alright? If Nick were to take down a video for the amount of dislikes it had, it would have to exceed his weight, and that is way too low of a number to exceed his weight. But yeah, the reason why Nick unlisted this video was because he didn't want a video on his channel that was public speaking positive of Illuminati because of how awful of a person she is. Anyways, back to the hit list. Now, unfortunately, after 2 months of searching, I was not able to get a copy of this hit list. So I guess you could say we don't know that she does have one, but I'm going to tell you the reasons why she most likely has this. Alright, I'm willing to bet at a 99% chance that she has this, for a bunch of reasons. Reason number one, this is way too specific of an allegation to come from Nick, and considering that he was also a former friend of Blair's, I think it just adds to the likelihood of this being true. And also, again, this is just way too specific. Like, this isn't something you just think out of the blue to make somebody look bad. Like, this has to have happened, or there has to be some truth to this. And also, Nick's credibility means everything to him. I mean, for God's sakes, he literally exposed John Swan for lying his ass off about the dream stuff, and he was ashamed of John Swan for doing that. Like, do you think Nick would just make a false accusation like this against Blair? He also made a 50-minute video on why he doesn't like Death Noodles, due to the fact that Death Noodles is one of the biggest liars on this website. Alright, it would just be very out of character if Nick was lying about this. Reason number two, the stuff she has done to people in the past, in order to silence criticism. You guys gotta remember that this is the same woman who literally took the time to contact an artist with a very small following in order to get a video taken down that criticized her, and when the artist removed the strike from the video, she then contacted somebody else to get the video taken down because it used their footage in a fair use manner, might I add, just so a video criticizing her could get taken down. This is the same woman who literally deleted someone's videos off their channel just because she didn't want them on there anymore, even though it wasn't her channel, over a fat joke. Like, do you honestly think it's beneath Blair to have a hit list of creators she doesn't want people to trust? Like, I'm genuinely asking, because personally, I don't think it's beneath her at all. Considering the amount of effort she is willing to put towards silencing criticism and how much Nick's credibility really means to him, I highly doubt that Blair doesn't have this hit list, or something similar to it. Alright, so yeah, that's why I freaking think that she definitely has this hit list. Like, I'm not surprised to hear that she has something like this, because considering her past, it just doesn't shock me. My only question is, why would she make a hit list like this? I mean, for God's sake, she literally worked with these people in the past and knew them in the past. Like, I doubt that she would need a list in order to remember that these people are untrustworthy in her eyes. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Oh, wait a minute, I know why she made this hit list. She made it so that way she could badmouth these creators to some of her fans in order to make her fans not like these people or unsubscribe from them. Oh yeah, I get why she did that now, yeah. I mean, that's what I think, at least. I mean, we can't know for sure, even though considering the stuff she's done in the past, I wouldn't put it past her.
Oh, but what's the problem with her having this hit list?
Alright, I'll tell you what the problem is with having this hit list. It's fucking abnormal. Like, why the fuck would you make a hit list of creators you don't like and call it a hit list at that? Like, that's just unnormal behavior. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fine to dislike a creator and view them as untrustworthy, but to make a hit list is just fucking abnormal, and you shouldn't, like, a normal person does not do that. Like, if you just find a creator that's untrustworthy, you just make a mental note of it. You don't put them on a physical hit list. That's just fucking crazy behavior. And not crazy in a fun way, crazy in a creepshow art way. But then again, as I said before, I'm not surprised Walmart creepshow art over here has this hit list.
I'm doing shit in it every single day. The only thing you had to ask
I want to start off by correcting a mistake I made in my last video in regards to Blair deleting Tommy's videos over a fat joke. And I just want to give a big thanks to Valerie for telling me this in the comments of my last video on Illuminati, because it allows me to correct the mistake I made in my last video, and also, along with telling me I made a mistake, she also provided me with more details in regards to the whole incident. And what she told me just makes Blair look 1,000 times worse. So it turns out that Tommy wasn't the one who made the fat joke about Rico that got Blair upset. It was actually a guy by the name of Vault who made the fat joke about Rico that got Blair upset. And keep in mind, Blair is the type of person who's alright with joking about mental health, and Rico is the type of person who is alright with fat jokes. I mean, for God's sakes, he literally made a joke about Tipster looking like a hamburger because Tipster is a big boy. However, as I said in my last video, apparently Rico doesn't like fat jokes when they're about him because it's about him, even though he makes fat jokes about other people, and because of this, he got very upset. And because Rico was upset, Illuminati also got upset over these fat jokes, even though they were not directed towards her. Anyways, along with Vault, a bunch of other people on Tommy's staff started making fat jokes about Rico because, again, these people are fine with any joke directed towards them. Like, they don't care because they know their joke. And also, Rico didn't tell them that the jokes were bothering him, alright? I want to make that clear too before we go any further. Now, because Vault was a member of Tommy's staff, Blair decided to get in a call with Tommy on Discord. Yes, you heard that right. Illuminati is basically being a Karen and speaking to the manager, so she could tell Tommy to get people on his staff to stop with the fat jokes about Rico. And keep in mind, this is a group of people who make jokes about each other no matter what. I mean, for God's sakes, I know I mentioned this before, but Blair literally made jokes about Tipster's mental health, and Rico has made fat jokes about Tipster before, so there is no reason that they should be acting like this. Now, because everybody is an adult on the Shot from the Point News team, Tommy said that he wasn't going to do that, because how is he supposed to do that? I mean, for God's sakes, they're all adults. You can't stop an adult from doing something, right? They're not a bunch of kids. Like, I get that Tommy is their boss, but here's the thing. Everybody on that team is fine with making jokes about each other, and Blair and Rico were fine with it before. So again, I know I mentioned this a lot and I'm repeating it a lot. There is no reason they should be acting like this. Alright, this is completely unreasonable of Blair to be acting like this. Now, because Blair didn't want to hear the answer that she wanted to hear, she decided to threaten Tommy by saying, "If you won't do something about this, I will." And then Tommy asked Blair, "What are you gonna do?" And she answered him by saying, "I am going to kick Dr. Trivago from my Discord server." Like, what does that have to do with Tommy? Like, that has nothing to do with him. Who cares if you freaking kick this guy? Nobody is gonna, like, it's not affecting Tommy at all whatsoever. Now, another reason why Blair was in the call with Tommy wasn't just because of the fat joke. It was also because the joke was starting to get into her Discord server, according to her, and she didn't want that stuff spreading in her Discord server, even though, you know, she's supposed to manage it or get people to manage it. Like, what is going to Tommy gonna do if people are making jokes like that in your Discord server? Like, you're responsible for that, not Tommy. So when Tommy heard this, he decided to ask Blair how this was getting into her Discord server, and Blair decided to respond by saying, Dr. Trivago, a person in her Discord server, was talking about Rico in another server that wasn't even hers. She even said it wasn't her server that this dude was doing it in. Like, this makes no sense of Blair. Like, why are you saying it's getting into your server then? Like, if you're gonna have a claim like that, then back it up with something that actually makes sense. Anyways, after that, Tommy then said, you can't stop people from making fun of other people, and then Blair ended the call with, well, I hope you're wrong. Anyways, after this call, some weeks pass, and Tommy decided to stream. And during the stream, somebody who knew about this whole situation between Blair and Tommy decided to make a joke about how Blair is controlling by leaving a donation in Tommy's chat saying, you better keep your people under control with the username of better YouTuber, you know. Basically, it's just a joke making fun of Blair for being controlling or trying to control others. And because of this, somebody who was streaming with Tommy decided to leave a Rico joke in the chat they were all in, and all Tommy just said was Rico.
Better watch your back, keep your people in control. Better YouTuber. Yeah, fuck you, I'll do what I want. Rico.
Oh, and that was enough to set Blair off. Like, he didn't even say the fat joke. It was another dude on the freaking stream who said it. And before I go any further, it's important to note that Blair had admin access to the YouTube channel that she was a part of with Tommy, and she was basically able to upload and delete videos off the channel. Anyways, because Blair got mad at a fat joke that wasn't even directed towards her, she decided to delete Tommy's videos off his channel that featured her, even though he didn't tell the fat joke. Anyways, after she deleted all the videos off Tommy's channel that featured her, she decided to message Tommy, basically saying that she was leaving the news team, and she left this weird farewell message saying, I wish nothing but the best for you, and didn't even tell him that she deleted the videos or even warn him that she was gonna delete these videos. She deleted them without his knowledge whatsoever, and Tommy only found out a couple of hours later. Do I even need to explain why this is shitty? Because, like, there is no justifiable reason for Blair doing this. None whatsoever, because not only was this joke not even directed towards her, Tommy didn't even tell the freaking fat joke, so why delete his videos? It makes no freaking sense. She had no justification for doing this to Tommy whatsoever. Absolutely none. Anyways, after this, Tommy decided to make a video about the whole situation with him and Blair, expressing how this made him upset, and rightfully so. I mean, as a content creator, I'd be pretty pissed off if somebody deleted my videos for no reason. Anyways, after that video was uploaded, Blair saw it, and I kid you not, she decided to blame someone else for deleting the videos off of Tommy's channel, and it was somebody that didn't even have the admin access that she had to Tommy's channel that made it so you were able to delete videos like that. And that person was Valerie, who, after leaving a comment on my video, I decided to ask Valerie some questions about Blair for this video. And along with being able to answer my questions, Valerie provided me with proof that Blair tried to blame Valerie for this whole situation, even though, again, she didn't have admin access to Tommy's channel. And that proof are these DMs that were sent by Blair saying, this all stems from your video and the shit with Rico. That one bit didn't have to be included, and now I have to protect my people, my server, my channel. Oh dear, it appears that along with not knowing how to control herself when she's mad, Blair doesn't know how to take responsibility for her actions. Like, Blair has no one to blame for this but herself. It's all her fault that she ended up in this situation. And the fact that she tried to drag Valerie into this by blaming her just makes this all even more shitty. Like, just imagine how much of a scumbag you have to be to delete someone else's videos that weren't even yours off their channel for no freaking reason. Like, honestly, this entire situation just shows that Blair does not understand that her actions have consequences. Or actually, no, I take that back. I think she does know what she does has consequences. She just ignores those consequences because she doesn't care. So to summarize this whole situation, Blair got mad at a fat joke that wasn't even directed towards her, so because she got mad at a fat joke, she decided to delete Tommy's videos even though he didn't tell the freaking fat joke, and then try to blame somebody else, even though she has no one to blame but herself. Now, if you want more details on the entire situation between Tommy and Blair when it comes to Illuminati deleting his videos over the fat joke, I highly urge you to go check out Tommy's video, and I'll leave it in the description so you can go check that out after this video, of course, if you want to know more about the situation. And I also want to take this time to apologize to Tommy for saying that he made the fat joke, because I didn't mean for misinformation about him to get spread around. So Tommy, if you're watching this, I am sorry for saying you made the fat joke.
On there. So if you want to fucking try me,
You guys remember how in my previous video I talked about how Blair used people to abuse the copyright system for her in order to get a video taken down criticizing her? And how when I talked about that I provided proof that she contacted the artist in order to get the video taken down via a screenshot of the DM she had with the artist? Well, there was one thing I forgot to mention when it comes to that screenshot in particular, and that was the way it got leaked. Now you're probably thinking that the artist leaked the DMs between her and Blair. Well, that's not what happened. In fact, the artist had nothing to do with these screenshots getting leaked. In fact, it was actually all Blair's fault that these screenshots got leaked in the first place. Now, before I go any further, let me just say that this was probably one of the dumbest things I have ever seen a YouTuber do in my life. You see, after Blair abused the copyright system, she thought it would be a good idea to DM Tipster out of nowhere, and if you don't know who Tipster is a drama news channel. Alright, this is important. He covers drama, and one of the things you definitely don't want to tell a drama channel is that you abuse the copyright system, because one of the things that not just drama channels hate, but every other freaking YouTuber on this website hates are people that abuse the copyright system in order to get videos taken down. Like, you will become hated overnight if people find out you abuse the copyright system to get videos taken down. Like, that is a guaranteed fact. Nobody likes people who do that. And if someone finds out that you abuse the copyright system, especially a drama YouTuber, they're gonna report on it. So what do you think Blair decided to do? Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna make you guess that. I'm just gonna tell you right now. She decided to go into Tipster's DMs out of nowhere, and she started bragging about how she abused the copyright system to get a video taken down, and along with that, she even provided evidence that she did that in the form of this screenshot of her contacting the artist. And because people who abuse the copyright system to get videos removed are not liked on this website, Tipster decided to leak these DMs, and rightfully so, because here's the thing. If you're gonna give somebody undeniable proof that you abuse the copyright system in order to get a video taken down, don't expect them to keep it silent, especially a drama news channel. Like, that's the worst person to brag about doing that to. Like, how did she not know that he was gonna leak it? Oh, but what if she felt guilty, so she decided to confide in Tipster about this? Alright, let me tell you why that's not the case. So, here's the thing. According to Tipster, when he made his video about Illuminati, these two never had a conversation before this.
And keep in mind, I had never had a conversation of any kind with Blair, aka Illuminati. I had never talked to this person. I was aware that they had worked on some stuff with Tommy and all that, but I didn't personally know them. I never had a conversation with them.
So, like, these two didn't really know each other that much. All Tipster really knew, according to him, was that Illuminati just did some stuff for shot for the point. Like, that's it. These two did not know each other at all. So, why would she confide in a complete stranger? Like, that just makes no sense. Like, you usually confide in with people you know. You don't confide with somebody that you don't know at all. That's just very weird. Unless they're a therapist. However, last time I checked, Tipster is not a therapist in any way. And also, Tipster didn't say in his video that she showed any remorse for doing this. She just came out of nowhere and just said, hey, I abused the copyright system in his DMs. Also, here's a screenshot to prove that I did it. And that was it. There was nothing else that they really talked about, I guess. It was just her ratting herself out to Tipster. So to summarize this entire situation, Illuminati ratted herself out to Tipster for some unknown reason. Like, why would you do this? This makes no sense. Like, how could she not know that Tipster would leak this stuff? Like, you'd have to be a complete idiot to not know that. Honestly, the only thing I can think of when it comes to, like, Blair just ratting herself out and why she did it is, like, she probably thought that, like, bragging to Tipster about this would intimidate him into not talking about her abusing the copyright system if anything came out. You know, basically just saying, hey, I can abuse the copyright system. I have that ability, Tipster. Just letting you know that. Like, that's the only reason I could think of Blair for, like, this is the only reason I think Blair would do this. Jesus Christ. I'm getting more dumb as I talk about Illuminati's stupid decisions. But if you're gonna threaten somebody, why do it like this, though? However, then again, she threatened Tommy with kicking Dr. Trivago out of her Discord server, so I wouldn't be surprised if she was trying to threaten Tipster into not reporting on this whole thing. Man, you think that somebody who does research into stuff like MLMs and history would be smarter than this, but I guess not. Oh, but what if Tipster's lying about this? Okay, if Tipster was lying about this, then wouldn't Illuminati confirm that she she didn't DM Tipster at all. Like, this is the easiest thing to prove if Tipster did lie about this, which he didn't, because all she has to do is just go into her, like, show a recording of her on Twitter going through her DMs to show that, hey, I didn't DM this guy. But no, because she did this, she won't deny that she did rat herself out to Tipster when she abused the copyright system. And also, it would be very out of character for Tipster to lie to people like this, considering he has made many videos on Death Noodles, when Death Noodles lied his ass off a bunch of times, and also his credibility means everything to him, so it's very unlikely he lied about this. And also, this information about Blair ratting herself out to Tipster has been out for years, and people have known her to be someone that abuses the copyright system for a long time, and I honestly think she doesn't care that people know her as somebody who abuses the copyright system, because she hasn't denied any of these claims once. But then again, if she tried to make a video where she denied any of this, it would be easy to show that she's lying to everybody by saying that she didn't do this, because there's so much evidence piled up against her that proves she has done this stuff. So to summarize, Blair made the dumb decision to rat herself out to a drama news channel when she abused the copyright system. Also, Tipster, if you're watching this video and you didn't wobble stomp your shit down the drain in the basement to assert your dominance over the quartering, I gotta say, I'll be very disappointed.
When are we collabing? When are we collabing? When are we collabing?
Now, when it comes to Blair being mean to her fans, I at first thought the only fans that she was mean to were the ones that criticized her, but it turns out that I was wrong. She's just mean to her fans when they do the most little things, like giving her suggestions for videos to do. Now, you're probably wondering what I'm talking about, and let me tell you what I'm talking about. So, essentially, about 1 year ago, a fan made a comment on one of her videos just saying this: why did Blair stop Reddit reads? Not saying that you should stop the MLM, but maybe sprinkle in the Reddit. Love your content. Like, all this fan did was just leave a comment saying that they loved her content, and just made a suggestion. Like, that's nothing to get too mad about. However, for Blair, it is enough to get mad about, because what she decided to do after she saw this comment was say no, which, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with saying no. In fact, if she just said no and left it at that, it would have been fine. However, what she then decided to do after she left that comment saying no was take a screenshot of this comment, post it on her community tab with text above it saying, "Casual reminder that Reddit vids are not coming back. Those videos are what burned me out on the channel in the first place. And a vast majority of my active fan base isn't even here from those vids anymore. If you want to see me do anything slightly Reddity, go watch me on Sad Milk with the lads." So basically, all because this fan left a suggestion in her comments, she thought it was okay to basically put this fan on the spot without even keeping them anonymous, which just opens them up to harassment from her audience. And along with that, she responds to this fan in a very bitchy way. And I'm not talking about her just saying no to the fan. I'm talking about, like, leaving that message on top of the screenshot of the comment. Like, that just came off as very bitchy to me. Like, she could have put it in a more pleasant way, but no, she doesn't want to do that, because this fan just making a suggestion pisses her off. There are so many ways you could have handled this better, where you could have been more nice to this fan, like just leaving a comment instead of, you know, saying no, just saying, hey, go check out Sad Milk, that's where I do, like, Reddit videos now, or something slightly Reddity, so yeah, just go check out Sad Milk if you want to see videos like that. Or just not respond to the comment at all, and leave a post on the community tab saying, hey, if you want to see anything slightly Reddity related to me, then go check out Sad Milk. You didn't have to post the comment in the community post. Like, that is just, you don't do that, no. And you also don't leave that freaking rude message that she left, because not only was it just very bitchy, it just came off as very passive-aggressive too. The fact that she honestly thinks it's okay to be this rude to a fan for just making a suggestion is just unbelievable. Now, after this community post was made, a lot of her fans didn't like that she was being rude to this fan, and rightfully so. So because iilluminaughtii did this, she went from having 476k subs to 472k subs. Yeah, so it's pretty safe to say that iilluminaughtii didn't make the best call when choosing to be rude to one of her fans over a very kind comment saying, I love your content, and also, again, they just made a suggestion, but this just pisses her off for some reason. After seeing this backlash, Blair then decided to delete the community tab post, which, alright, that's fine, but she never apologized apologize to this fan whatsoever for being completely rude to them. And after she deleted it, she proceeded to double down on her bitchy take by posting this on her Instagram story. Lol, I love not being able to have an opinion now. Saying no is mean now. Okay, cool.
Fine, I'm cool, I'm fine.
Well, Blair, are you kidding me? Nobody is mad that you freaking said no to this person. What people are mad at is the fact that you chose to be a total bitch to this fan, all because they made a suggestion and said love your content, and humiliate them right in front of your whole audience. Like, how fucking blind are you? Like, in her mind, she just can't do anything wrong, apparently. Blair, you should honestly just be ashamed for doing this to this fan. Like, there was no reason to do this. Anyways, not only did she not apologize to this fan, when people brought up to her on Twitter how rude she acted to a fan, she proceeded to block people that mentioned it. I'm not even kidding, take a look at these. You can't make this shit up. And that's pretty much the whole situation. So to summarize, Illuminaughtii was just mean to a fan who left a nice comment.
I have seen your fucking Twitter.
Alright, in conclusion, bye. I would like to give a thanks to the patron Zombie Fox.